Hello everybody, today I'm making a project for Beebeecraft for September. I'm a little bit behind this month. I've had a bad shoulder which has kind of thrown a bit of a spanner in the works, but I'm doing what I can, so I'm going to do this as best as I can. Today I'll be using the lovely cotton trim from Beebeecraft. I have slightly tea stained that trim. This is what it looks like to start with. It's very subtle difference, as you may be able to see it. This is white that's just off-white, like an antique white, which is what I like. And that was just, you know, putting it just for a couple of minutes into some tea water. So I'll be using that. I will also be using the beautiful trim from Beebeecraft. It's gorgeous. It's like a champagne gold trim with sequins on it. I'll be using some of that. I will be using some ribbon from Beebeecraft. And these are all in my video, my design team video. I will be using the rub-ons from Beebeecraft also. And I may also use the mother of pearl buttons that I got in a previous design package from Beebeecraft. So what I've done to make it a little bit easier, because things take me a bit longer at the moment because of my arm, I've pre-cut things just to make the video a little bit easier to put together. So the first project I'm going to make is it's like a floating pocket, or yes, a floating pocket for in a journal. These are all things that have probably been done before by other people. They're not anything new or original, but it's showing you how you can use different products when you're making things. So all I've got here is that's like an index card type thing, or a recipe card, a little bit of vintage dictionary paper on there. I have a piece of the fabric, and I have a little bit of vellum that was my own, a little bit of the ribbon as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using Helmar quick dry adhesive and also a Yoo-hoo stick. So the first thing I will do is just adhere to the center, and this index card has already been tea stained previously, and I'm just going to stick that on there. It only really has to be stuck down in the middle just to hold it in position like that. The next thing I'm going to do is get my little piece of vellum and use the stronger glue, and just a very tiny amount along a little bit of the edge there. And I'm just going to place that there like that. And that will dry very quickly, that one. And that will just hold that bit of vellum in place as well, because what I want to do is sew around my piece. Now, making sure I've got the correct side up, I'm just going to place, just let that dry for a moment. I can cut the excess off once it's dried. There we go, that's dry. And I'm just going to place that there. See, I didn't need to cover the whole thing in vellum, just the top part that will be seen. So I'm going to position that how I like it, and then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and do some stitching around it. and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, so that's stitched on, combination of zigzag and straight stitch. Just turn it over and trim that off. And you can do these in any style or colour that you please. I kind of like a vintage shabby look. It's very forgiving. Not everything has to be straight and perfect. Okay, so now that I've done that, the next thing I want to do is add a little rub-on. Actually, I might just trim that a little bit there. Just take those little corners off a bit. Okay, so I'm going to choose a rub-on to use now. And I'll be using the pink pack. There's 5 different packs, different colorways. So I think I'll be using a, you could do this before sewing if you wanted to. I want that pink one there, I think. It's really pretty, isn't it? Whoops. Don't use your sewing scissors or fabric scissors. And just cut around the I'm just going to take that extra leaf off there, remove the backing, there we go, remove the backing and place it where you would like it to be. You can go over the stitching a little bit as well. It will still work. Okay. And I've actually got a one of these paddle popsicle sticks or tongue dispensers. Is that what they're called? And it works wonderfully instead of the skinnier ones. And these do come off very easily. There we go. And there's our lovely piece of vellum. We could add that to the back if we wanted to, just as a little bit of interest. Don't get it stuck to your fingers. There we go. Put a little leaf on the back as well. Just like that. That's the front. Let me get rid of those before I lose them. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of this trim, just a little bit for this particular project. That little bit, don't need a lot. And if we can use that little bit there as well. You get such a large amount of, I think it's, I'll put it on the screen how much is actually in here. I should have written it on the thing. Hang on, might have it here. Oh, here we go, 5 yards. Yes. So you get 5 yards of that, so that's really nice. Just tidy up the little bits that you want to tidy up. Okay. A little bit of glue. Oh, okay, so let me just find a little bit of okay, this is just baking paper. Or I can slip that in the pocket. And I can just put a little bit of glue there. And a little bit there, like that. And then get my piece of ribbon, which is this one here, and I'll show you that in a moment when we make something else. A little bit of glue behind there, like that. Maybe a bit too much. I might wipe some of that off. There we go. And we will allow that to dry. Good. While that's drying, I think I might just pick that stitching a little bit down there and pull that over to even it out a little bit. Probably best to show you what I mean. I'm just going to the back, taking those stitches out. To there. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is just pull that down a little bit, I think, because it was just a little bit too crooked. Yeah, I think I'll do that and then just sew over that again. Okay, so just trim that and see how it's just a little bit more even. Right, where's my little, might need a bit more glue. I just took this little part off so I didn't get it under the sewing machine. And then I can make sure that's in the right spot. And pop that there like that and let that dry now. Yeah, that looks a bit better. It's just a little bit too crooked before. I'm also going to put some, where have I got those? Here we go. Just a couple of little ephemera pieces that I will put in the pocket there. Once that's dry. So that's what it looks like. Very simple, easy and quick to make. You could do a whole lot of them at one time if you wanted to. And that will just go in there like that. And then you can paper clip or use one of these little, what are they? I don't know. Tiny, little tiny clips. One of those. And attach it to a journal. I'd probably attach it the other way actually. I'd probably attach it to a page on that side. Mainly because the bulk is over here. You don't always want the bulk in the centre of a page. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is a little tag. Same sort of principle. I have, this time I've just got a piece of cardboard on the back. Might use that. Just put some glue on it. Make sure it sticks. Like that. Okay. Oh, all sticky. Okay, so that one's on. Flip it over. Another dab of glue on this side. I'll do it that way. Line it up and stick it down. A little bit of glue along the top here, like that. Place our vellum. The reason I'm using the vellum is because I found the paper was just a bit darker than what I wanted it to be. So I thought by putting the vellum on it would soften it somewhat. Okay, so that's going on. Then what? Oh, okay, so this time let's put our flower on before we do anything. So that's going to go like that, like that, like that. Just seeing what I've got here. There's another sheet of pink as well that I've already taken from. Oh, here we go. That one will be nice, I think. That larger one might be nice. What does that look like in the... Yeah, that will be fine. We'll use that one. Okay. Might just tilt it a little bit. Oh, hang on. We'll tilt it that way perhaps. I tell you what we'll do. We will just take that extra leaf off there. And that should allow us to get it all in like that. Yep. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. We've got that. Like that. I might stitch that on afterwards, so I'll just stitch around that. Probably just a straight stitch on this one. Okay, and we might just pop a little oh, wait a minute. I thought I would make it quicker, but of course I have to cut it out because I've got to take the backing off. That was a bit silly. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? So we'll have a little go. Put that on the back so we can write on the back, and there's our bit of just going to stitch across there. Okay, well that's a little bit different, isn't it? And then I was going to put a little bit of gold up there. Maybe I'll put the gold on top. That. Maybe we don't need the gold. Let me think. I could put that like that. And I think left over from a previous project, I've got one of these little flowers here from Beebeecraft. And I love pulling them apart and using them. Look how cute they are. Maybe that could go on there, just to tone down that. It turned out a bit bright, but it's okay. It'd probably go in a floral journal. So let's just get our glue. Better glue that one on first, I think. Like that. And then, oh. one. Can go there. Okay. Too much glue. Use this just to polish it down a bit. Give it a like that. Don't need it pristine. Kind of wrinkle it up a bit in the centre. Oh, stick, stick. There. Let's put that down. I hope everyone's been keeping well. Oh, and find a tiny one of the smaller ones, I think, and put that in the centre there. That might be nice. What have we got threaded? That's not the right colour. What have we got over here? What about that? We could use a bit of that. We'll use every shade of pink, shall we? I guess if it's going to go in a floral journal, there'll be different colours. So. Okay. Stringy glue. Put that in the middle. Like that. How's that looking? Okay. That's fine. There we go. Okay, so that's number 2. The next thing I would like to make, just let me get rid of these. Those over there, and that over there, and that over there, is a tiny little booklet. And these are just made up of little scrap bits from a previous journal. And what I thought I would do was use that as my cover. Like that. Let's put a little bit of glue on that to hold it, perhaps. In place. It's hard to do things when your arms don't work properly. I'm just saying. I really want to be back to the way I was. Right, okay, so how are we going to do this? Maybe I should have pulled that up. No, it's nice interest, isn't it? Okay. Now, I think I will stitch around 3 sides, going up, across and down. Probably just a straight stitch. Okay, so that's like that. Close that up. So that could go on the front like that. But first, and this has only got like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of paper in there. And so we just want to, I'm just going to run a stitch down that center line there. Okay, so there's the stitched line in the center. Stick that, shall we stick that there? Like that. Yeah, I think so. Bit of glue. Just like that. I wonder if we can use that for anything. Maybe not. There we go. That's a nice little booklet. It can be used. Just thinking. I wonder if I get some of this. And these ribbons come in a pack of 4. You get those 2 colours, but you also get those 2 colours there as well. And they are it doesn't say. I'll try and put on the screen. How long they are. Once again, I'm just going to trim that edge piece off. And it's not because I don't like it, it's just that it's just not working for these smaller items. If I was making something a little bit bigger, I would definitely leave it on. I think it will make beautiful bows. It's just that it makes it a little bit too chunky, I guess you could say, on these smaller items. So I'll just cut those off. And like you saw a bow a minute ago, I can keep these little bits because they will make sweet little bows for inside a journal. I'm going to cut it off both edges here. So in other words, I'm going to end up with a chiffon ribbon. It is cut on the bias, that's why it's curly. Okay. Let's see, that way it makes it nice and soft, and it can kind of, how will we do it? Should it go like that? And like that. That could work. Okay, we'll do that. So what I'm going to do is, I'll trim it a little bit. I'm just going to stitch it right there. What I might do though is double it over when I stitch it, just there. Okay, just trim that a bit. That's not too long there. And so that can now, well, I can just do that. I don't think it needs to be that long. So it can just tuck in there like that. And now I can just cut that little bit off, pop it under there like that, and that's a nice little notebook to put inside of a journal. Could even do that twice, but I mean, it's not that big a journal. Not that big a little notebook, but we can do that there, like that. Maybe to pretty the inside up a little bit. That may be overkill. Okay, we have flowers here. So let's just, I wonder if I can, no. I was thinking maybe we can put some of these little rub-ons on here as well. You know, it's generally easier to pull the shiny side off of the dull side. It seems to work that way. Okay, we can have one on that page. And put one on this page. What have we got here that will look pretty? We could do that little number there. Oh, I've got 4 pairs of scissors out here. I do like my scissors. Pop that one up there like that. That looks straight. Just adds a little bit of interest to the pages. Glue stuck to my fingers. I'm going to skip a page and put something there. Actually, we might skip another page and put that pretty long one. And with that one. Or no, we'll keep to the pink. pink on this one. Pinks and reds. Oh. Put it there in the middle, I think. That. We go, and that's another pretty one there as well. Okay. And I think that's calligraphy paper, that one there. It's on an angle. It kind of throws the eye a little bit, but I like it. Yeah, like that. Okay, that's nice, isn't it? Okay. A little bit decorated. Good. And that can go down like that. We could even maybe just tie a little knot in the bottom of that, just so it doesn't fray away or anything. Because it helps it to sort of stay down there, I think. Like that. So there we go. A little booklet. Let's put one on the back there as well, shall we? The number the right way around, put that there, because they work on fabric, you know. It comes with a piece of fabric in each of the packets, a little bit of like calico. There we go. A little one on the back as well. Right, let me tidy up. And we'll have a look at what we've done. Okay, I'm back. So this is what I made today. I ended up making another one of these floating pockets as well. So we have 2 floating pockets with little rub-ons on the other side, we have a little tag with a rub-on the other side using the lovely sequin trim, the ribbons, the fabric, and the rub-ons. And also the little booklet. I've just grabbed a flower. It's not probably the right flower. Just to give you an idea how you can just pop a little flower in there as well. I will find another one. I can't go rummaging too much at the moment. But soon I will be able to. But what I did do is on the end of the ribbon, when I used this flower, I took it off this little bead cap. And so I've just opened it up and then placed it around the knot of the ribbon just to bring that gold down a little bit as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad to be back crafting as much as I can at the moment. So I've just put that there. See the big crease across the fabric? And I didn't want to have to iron it, so I'll put some of that lovely trim. So these lovely things are all from Beebeecraft. I will put a link in the description box below where you can find them if at all you're interested, and there is a coupon code down there as well. Thank you so much, Beebeecraft, for sending these lovely items to me to craft with, and I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and take care everybody. Bye.